going further with this book, Shamelessly Arguing with Vegans, which I have authored, I normally pick up a positive message for vegan activists to inspire all of us, to make us believe that we can create a change and that we are not alone. We are all one, and we're going to make the world a better place, or at least not give up, no matter what the circumstances be. So I'll read something from this book, which is another argument given to us by the universe, because the universe has so many things in it, right? Good and evil. And I'm taking a message from this oracle deck. The Universe Has Your Back by Gabriel Bernstein, just to start off. Universe has your back. But what aspect of the universe supports us? Because there are always two sides to the universe. The one side of the universe is the evil side, in which there are horrible things out there in nature. There are calamities, there's destruction, there's predatory behavior, there's carnivorism. And the other side is the compassionate side, which is found in our hearts, that's found within us. And so the message that I'm taking out today would be dealing with that, the more positive, more compassionate side, which is more of the inner side, a consciousness that truly supports us in a higher good or highest good. And the card that I'm taking out today, this deck is full of positive messages. I recognize that I have chosen fear, and I choose again. I choose love. So I was talking about the dual side of the universe. There's two sides, fear, love. And in fear, clubbed together are all the bad things that are projections of this fear. There's evil, there's slaughter, there's abuse, there's violence, there's victimization of innocence, which is completely unjustified. But in a way, if everything is a projection of our thoughts, our beliefs, our emotions, then why is it that we have manifested a world of cruelty? Why is there cruelty in this universe if the universe truly has our back? It is because we have to recognize that we are the ones who have manifested negative at some inner level. So when we go deeper within ourselves, we realize that this is, I am the creator within. That the God that we're looking for is not somewhere outside, sitting in some heavenly planet or some other dimension or in the sky. That there is an inner consciousness creating everything. So perhaps in the past we were ignorant and we chose negative things. We chose to act out of fear. And the fear that is behind carnivorism is normally a fear that we're going to die if we don't eat animals. And if we don't eat animals, and if we don't consume animal products, and we don't maintain dominion or a feeling of power over the others, then maybe we will threaten our species into extinction because others will take over and we won't be the most powerful species on the planet. This is the core fear that has given rise to all this humongous evil of slaughterhouses, of animal products, of animal farming. So let's recognize how we have manifested this horrid reality in which now we are seeing ourselves, we're recognizing that this isn't good and this isn't God. This is a fear-based, devil-created behavior that has led to a whole gamut of violence all around us that is now becoming unbearable. And we say, I don't want to be a part of it anymore. But is that enough? Is my being vegan enough? Or do I need to now do something to change this universe, to manifest something more positive? Do I have the power in myself to have the strength of resolve in myself to project a better reality out? So for that, we have to deal with this fear first. If we don't recognize that we chose out of fear, we chose negative and we created negative, we're not going to deal with the inner devil, the inner demons that we have to fight against. So this is what the inner demons are saying. And you know how it is. The inner demons will always try to prevent change. So let's say there is an angel in you, there's a demon in you, and the demon says, argument 31, hands up. I'm going to take baby steps, you see. Give me time. I can't go vegan now. For maybe I'll try to go vegetarian, I'll try meatless Monday and then slowly reduce. I'm reducing the amount of meat I'm eating, I'm trying to eat less meat. Maybe I'm eating just chicken, so I've cut out everything else and focusing just on chicken and just eating chicken and abusing only poor little sentient birds because, it's obviously unnecessary to do that. I can go vegan, but there is a devil in me that's not letting me do it. And that recognition of that inner demon and inner devil is a must. You have to admit, yes, I'm being silly, I'm being stupid, I'm being cruel, I'm being foolish. And when you go vegan, it'll be a lot easier for you to admit that you were all those things, that you created something very, very demonic or negative in this universe through your presence. And you can create a change by the absence of that evil in your own life. At least to those animals whom you were massacring, you will be a god. I'm not saying that you will save them, but at least you won't kill them. At least you'll be neutral, if not a god. And if you want to be a god, then maybe you can create some activism in your life, awareness building, spread a positive message or campaign to your government to go plant-based. Or if you're very bold, like I have tried to be, maybe you can campaign that we should illegalize slaughterhouses and illegalize animal farming, because it's such a disgusting, violent, and absolutely unnecessary system, which is not just unsustainable, it is also uncivil, it's criminal, it's violence, and violence cannot be a civil behavior, it's uncivilized. So why should you continue to pay for rape, and I'm saying the word rape and sexual abuse of females and males, by the way, let me not forget the males, that they can also be sexually abused and violated. So just like human women and men can be abused, children can be abused, animals of other species also are literally abused sexually to breed them. So you are there violating, the female, and before that the male, to take out the sperms from the male and then to insert it into the females. This is a heinous crime that's going on for I don't know how many millennia. It's disgusting, isn't it? I mean, imagine you saying, I'm going to take baby steps and not really give up on rape and sexual violence. You have to stop it. You can't say you're going to take baby steps. You are not going to continue to fund that industry and to give your money to someone to do it for you, because you don't want to do the dirty work. You don't want to really be the one to put your hands and arms inside the female's body. It's just disgusting, isn't it? I can't even talk about it. But you can watch Dairy is Scary, can't you? You can probably watch Earthlings and Land of Hope and Glory and Dominion and Slaughterhouse footage. And why not? You must. And then you will find yourself literally going vegan overnight. And some people use the word cold turkey for this. They say cold turkey, but that's a misnomer. We are not interested in eating turkeys, are we? Turkeys are birds. They are persons like us. Today I went out, on a normal regular day, went for a walk, and what did I see? I saw a restaurant advertising that they're selling thighs and wings. And when I saw those words written so huge, in such huge font, thighs, wings, and I was so disturbed. I went and I spoke to the manager, who was just, decorating the outside area, making it welcoming for people. I said, this is not welcoming. This is something that's repelling, because you're writing that you're selling wings and thighs, and it gives me a picture of that it's my thighs or my body that's going to be cut and sold next. It's horrible. I mean, imagine you killing me and taking my thighs and selling it. How would I feel? And do you think it's necessary? It's not important to do such things. You can get your nutrition from vegan food. And the person was absolutely unconcerned. He said, oh, that's a chicken. That's not a person. We are going to sell chicken because they're not people. That's wrong, because you recognize crimes against human beings, but you don't recognize that these are also crimes against non-human animals, and all animals are similar. We are not vegetables. We are not plants. We have rights. So please don't say that you're going to take baby steps. Animals don't have the time for that. They don't have the time to wait for us to make our decision slowly and to, transition. This transition thing, please don't rely upon this transition. You don't want to transition. You want change. You want an immediate, right now change in you. Because once you see the horrendous atrocities, you cannot unsee it. Once you see yourself in the mirror and you see that you've been a horrible person who's been all right with all kinds of abuse and violence, and what if it happens to you? How would you feel? Do you want that karma back on you? Whether that karma comes or not, I cannot say, but it isn't something that I want. And I can't imagine myself in the situation and the place of the animal in a slaughterhouse. Do you want yourself to ever go and be killed in a slaughterhouse? Of course not. Would you like that to happen to your children, to your family members? Of course not. Therefore, why are we okay with being evil and taking baby steps? We are not baby demons, are we? So let us stop being demonic right here, right now, and seize this argument once and for all. Nothing to argue about here. What do you think? Let me know in your comments.